Joining us now right here on the Rich Eisen Show is none other than Jordan Love of the Green Bay Packers, as promised. How you doing, Jordan? Good to see you.
Good, Rich. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and so is your team, obviously, as well, and I greatly appreciate you joining us. It's such a crucial part of your season. What's the general sense in that locker room right now? What's it like walking around in there, Jordan Love?
No, it's definitely great vibes in the locker room right now. We're trying to obviously take it 1 week at a time, keep winning these games, and obviously put ourselves in position for the playoffs. But I like where we're at as a team right now. The vibes in the locker room, everybody's enjoying being here and putting in the work during the week.
Let's talk about the win that you just came up with. So rare in this league to see a team win a coin toss and say, we're taking the ball. We're not deferring. But you guys did win the toss, took the ball, and then just smashed it down the field with Josh Jacobs. Was that something you talked about throughout the week, that if we get the toss, that's the way we're going to do it? Jordan?
Yeah, we've had multiple conversations like that. Matt is always great about asking guys on the team, what do we want to do? And, anytime you ask me, I always say, I want to take the ball.
Yes.
I love when you get to go out there and start on offense and especially just start fast and go down there and put up points. I think that's really the formula to be able to start the game fast. And something that we harped on all week is something that we didn't do very well in the Detroit game. We'll start the game fast on offense and go put up points to help the defense
so
out. So we did that.
What has Josh brought to the equation here, Jordan? And I know you love Aaron Jones as much as I do, and he's doing great in his new spot as well. So what you're about to say, I don't want anybody to take as you denigrating who you used to play with. But Josh Jacobs brings a dynamic that we just saw. We're talking about it. What does he bring in your mind, Jordan?
Yeah, Josh is. I mean, he's a phenomenal player, but I just think his mindset. He's definitely one of those top dogs and one of the best running backs in the league. But just the way he runs the ball, he's a guy who wants the ball in his hands every play, and just has that mindset that he's not going to let anybody bring him down. He's trying to run guys over, make guys miss, and I really think he can do it all. He's a great catcher too out of the backfield, and just his ability to break tackles, make guys miss, and get those extra yards is. Somebody that we can just lean on to be able to hand the ball 30 times a game, and he's just going to, be good after the game.
How does he express that mindset?
He just tells you he wants the ball. He loves kind of having that pressure, having that chip on his shoulder, and just wants to be able to take that workload. And, that's what you want on a team with a great running back. You want that guy to be able to be asking for the ball, want the rock, and know that he's going to perform when he does get that ball.
And you mentioned Matt before, as obviously that's your head coach, Matt LaFleur, and how he talks to the guys throughout the week to sort of, I guess, crowdsource in a way about what everyone wants to do. But I'd love to get your relationship with him. What's your week like with him? That you just pull back the curtain a little bit about this HC and the QB of the Green Bay Packers and what they do throughout the week together.
Yeah, no, like you said, me and Matt, we have a great relationship. Matt I think that's one of his strengths is, being able to pick the brains of the players and game plan based on certain things that we might see on film, certain plays that we like and might need added, and tailor some of that stuff into what he already is seeing game plan wise. But throughout the week, me and Matt meet. He is very detailed in his approach and the plays we put in throughout the week. He sits in the quarterback room with us and tells us exactly why we like these plays, exactly the looks we like them for. If we don't get this look, this isn't a perfect look for it, things like that. So he helps you kind of get in his head of what he's thinking. And all this stuff helps me go out there on the field and just understand why he's calling certain plays, what the look is. And if we don't get a look, all right, this probably isn't going to be a great play. Where should I go with the ball? Just that mindset helps me play.
Yeah, the best coaches in the NFL help give the players the answers to the test before they take the test. That's for sure. And then the ones that truly separate themselves are the ones who basically say, if we get this look, if we get this example on the test, we're going to take out this play and it's going to work. And then it does. Do you got a good example of that from Matt LaFleur? Jordan?
Oh man, there's so many examples you can dive into. I'm just trying to think of some plays we ran this week, but it's too many to count. Like I said, when we put in the game plan, he'll have a clip for almost every play that he likes, and he's very detailed in his approach with it. But there's so many instances throughout a game where Matt will call a play and you'll go out there and you'll be like, wow, this is the defense that he exactly dialed this play up for. And it's like it almost unfolds right in front of your eyes. And then obviously you'll be able to go out there and see when something isn't the look we've talked about. But there's so many instances that Matt's done that. So it's no surprise. And it definitely helps as a quarterback to see that stuff.
And then just, you have so many options too. At wide receiver, it's difficult for some to figure out whose day it's going to be. How do you figure out whose day it's going to be, Jordan?
Man, that's a great question. You never really find out who day is going to be till after the game. But, like you said, we have such a deep receiver room and so many playmakers in there that, like you said, it is definitely tough to get all these guys the ball. But, it's very fun when they're all making plays and they all have their different skill sets and different things that they bring to the table. But I truly believe, with this group, it does put a lot of pressure on defenses because you never know whose day it might be. Jay Reed might go off, Rome might go off, Christian might go off, Wicks might go off. So it is definitely, I think it puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Do you hear from fantasy football players? And like, hey, man, like what gives? Do you hear on this very subject? It seems like you do hear that sort of thing. Jordan.
Yeah, I hear from people all the time on social media about the fantasy points. This guy's not getting enough points, things like that. I try and block that stuff out and just not focus on it.
All right. Well, this week, if it's a Jaden Reed week, I wouldn't mind. Just saying, Jordan.
Noted.
No pressure. No pressure. No pressure.
Noted.
Just saying. Noted. Okay, very good. Let's write that down. Jordan Love here on the Rich Eisen Show. You're now a few years removed from your apprenticeship with Rodgers being there. You're now a quarterback who's played in the playoffs, now with his second contract. Do you believe you'd be in the position you are today if you weren't waiting around as long as you did, Jordan?
That's a good question. Who knows? I think my career probably would have panned out a lot differently. Who knows if I'd be in this exact same situation? I would hope so. But I do believe for sure that having those 3 years, be able to sit behind a legend, Aaron Rodgers, and just watch him work and learn and pick his brain, definitely helped me so much. And just be able to, learn on the side and grow my game until, I was truly ready. But I do believe, say I was to play my rookie year, I think things would be a lot different. So I definitely am grateful and learned so many valuable lessons just being able to watch Aaron those 3 years.
Yeah, there are times, obviously you are who you are and you have your own style. There are times though I'm watching, I'm like, that looks like Aaron right there. That's a play that I've seen Aaron make in that uniform, in that stadium, in those circumstances. And, not to turn you into a pundit here, Jordan, but that is a conversation that's being had about quarterbacks and when they're ready and what's the formula and what's this, what's that. And now, there's Michael Penix Jr. is getting his start all of a sudden this late in the game for Atlanta. How long do you think it takes in your mind for a quarterback to fully mature and bake in this National Football League? Your 2 cents on that would be what, Jordan?
Yeah, no, I've always said that everyone's situation is different. The team they have around them, the coaches they have around them, what quarterback they might be behind. So there's so many different things that go into it. I believe I think after year 2, after being behind A-Rod for 2 years and being able to sit and learn, I think I was definitely ready. And I think my game had improved so much just from learning those 2 years. But I tell people all the time, if I was to start my rookie year, things would look a lot different, just from the amount of things that's on your plate as a rookie quarterback, trying to learn all this new stuff that you don't really have time to grow. You're just trying to learn so much stuff on the fly that it does make it a lot difficult. So to have those 3 years, learn, see somebody do it in your shoes, doing the same position, helped me a lot. And
how different do you, and again, I know you haven't clinched a playoff spot yet, but things are, looking like that is going to be another playoff season for you right now. How much are you going to draw on your thinking from last year to this year? How different a playoff quarterback do you think you will be based on the experience you did get last year, Jordan Love?
Yeah, I think the experience is definitely very beneficial, but like I said before, it is a new year. We have a new team, but I try and go out there every game and just be the best quarterback I can be, best quarterback for this team. And I think it all starts with taking care of the ball. That's something that I've had to focus on cleaning up the past couple of weeks and hope to keep improving on into the playoffs. But just taking care of the ball and obviously having these explosive plays and getting the ball and spreading it to these great playmakers we got. But being able to put up points and take care of the ball is the name of the game. So I definitely hope to be able to do that in the playoffs.
How do you do that and still continue to play free? How do you do that, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it's all focus, every play, just focusing on, like I said, understanding what the defensive look they're presenting and trying to picture where I might be going with the ball and then just post-snap, letting it play out, trusting my instincts, trusting my ability and being confident in every throw, but at the same time, weighing those decisions, on the fly. Is this a risky throw? Is it not a risky throw? Can I make it? Or do I have a better check down, something that I might be able to get to that might be a better play? So just weighing those things on the fly, but like you said, when plays break down, being smart when I scramble and those kind of off-schedule plays as well.
What's your message to, lastly, the Packer fans who have seen, the losses that you've had to arguably the other best teams in the NFC, and you having an opportunity to make some hay when it's all said and done against those teams and going into the playoffs, and folks who might be concerned at all? What are your 2 cents to them as a message going into this Monday night game and then the rest of the season and possibly the postseason? Jordan Love.
My message would be just to keep rocking with us, Packer fans. They're an awesome fan base we have, and they're with us through the ups and the downs for sure. But like I said before, I like where this team's at. I like the mindset we have, and we're all ready to be able to finish the season on a high note and make this playoff run. But we know the most important time for football is in the playoffs. So that's when we hope to be playing our best ball. But I like where we're at right now, and we're ready to go. Jordan
Love, thank you for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Always like talking to you. And send my best to Jaden Reed. And by that I mean target him. Jordan, is this thing on? I'm sorry.
Yes,
is this thing on?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. You heard that. He's got me.
I'm writing it down.
Thank you. Thanks, Jordan Love. You be well. Thanks again.
Yes,
you got it. That is Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers. Surging Packers, the potential team you don't want to face in the playoffs again, Packers. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.